welcome. Time truly does fly. 2 years seem like only yesterday when Dr. Pius Akutah MON was appointed Executive Secretary and Chief Executive Officer of Nigerian Shippers Council. Yes, it has been 2 years, and going by the saying, one must look at the past to better understand the present in order to plan for the future. We shall take a panoramic view of Dr. Akutah's stewardship thus far. This special edition will also feature exciting news from the Federal Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy as Oyetola leads Nigeria to a landmark election into International Maritime Organization Council's Category C. So, get comfortable as we go on a short break.
For more than 5 decades, we have empowered and protected the interests of shippers in the nation's maritime industry. Our focus is to facilitate trade, regulate tariffs and rates, as well as handle shippers' complaints on cargo losses, damage and non-delivery. We offer dispute resolution mechanism for shipping and trade disputes between shippers and service providers. We are Nigerian Shippers Council, Nigeria's port economic regulator, your gateway to a thriving maritime sector. Nigerian Shippers Council will meet you at the port of your need.
Welcome back. This is The Shipper, the must-watch program for concise updates and events within the nation's maritime sector. It is proudly brought to you by Nigerian Shippers Council, the nation's port economic regulator. I am Victoria Yavala. Upon assumption of office, Dr. Pius Akutah MON toured the office and held meetings with staff members to get a feel of the council and understand the task at hand. In those meetings, he gave insights into his style of leadership. Coming from a civil service background, he assured staff of his understanding of the intricacies of the civil service and promised to provide an enabling environment to work, achieve, and grow. He was similarly open to state that he would learn from the staff and allow them do what they do best, with as little interference from him as possible, emphasizing the importance of an enabling work environment within which all could thrive with his guidance. That was the beginning of the journey. We start off with the views of some staff members.
Dr. Pius Akutah, he's a very hardworking man. He's a disciplinarian. Since he came to Shippers Council, he has beautified the offices.
Before now, when we have issue on the ground floor, we have to mount pressure before that issue can be resolved. But for now, they are the one coming down to ask one or two things if we have any issue that can be solved, and which they are doing it at the moment. So Dr. Akutah have really tried, and at the same time, some of us, we don't know that the man have done so much. But through our normal program with the shippers on every Tuesday on TVC by 8:30 p.m. So I think through that program, I'm a regular. I know I watch it on every Tuesday, every week. I've come to understand that he has done so much, because some of us might not know until when you watch through that program, they will now see his achievement in donor offices. So I think he has tried. I encourage him to do more.
What I've said about our chief executive is that he make a change to Nigeria Shippers Council, talking about renovation of the building, because the way the building been before and now, and it make it so beautiful to everybody, both internal and outsider, and saying that it's good.
Let's now dive deeper to hear from Dr. Pius Akutah MON and some senior staff members as they detail the ES's achievements as compiled by our correspondents and presented by Lucy Yambi.
Dr. Pius Akutah MON was appointed Executive Secretary and Chief Executive Officer of Nigerian Shippers Council on October 25, 2023, after officially assuming office, where he dove straight into work with meetings, plans and strategies of making the council, and by extension, the much-anticipated newly created Federal Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy, major revenue earners for the nation. Some of his achievements in the first year include commissioning of Funtua Inland Dry Port Project, implementation of online regulated portal for users and providers of port services, application of alternative dispute resolution for settling disputes, facilitating the signing of the agreement on minimum standards of condition of service for workers in the shipping sector, digitization of processes. 2 years on, a number of milestone achievements have been made, and the once unlikely dream is gradually becoming a reality in the not-too-distant horizon. Dr. Pius Akutah himself kicks off by reviewing the vision and the journey thus far.
In the last 2 years, we have recorded quite a number of milestones, measure of which I'll mention just a few of them. The first one is the regulatory legal framework. For us to have the Impera B passed through the two chambers of the National Assembly within this time has been quite a lot of work, which I commend the National Assembly, I commend the Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy, and all other stakeholders for giving us the necessary support to get that bill passed through the two chambers of the National Assembly. Although there has been a little delay in assenting to the bill, but the fact that we had it passed is tremendous, and it's one of the major achievements, because when it is fully assented to and we enter into that new regime, we are going to transmute from being the Nigerian Shippers Council to being the Nigerian Port Economic Regulator. And that agency will be better positioned to not only protect the investments that are made in this sector, but to also provide the regulatory environment for competitiveness. Now, again, recently we commissioned our North Central Zonal Office. We commissioned one of our projects there, a 250 auditorium, which we named it after the SGF. It's also quite commendable.
The Director, Consumer Affairs Department, Mrs. Ife Okolwe, describes Dr. Akutah as a driving force behind Council's success, adding that his leadership style centered on hard work and efficiency, which has greatly moved the Council forward.
I assumed work here on 20th October 2025. But the first assignment that I had was the meeting for the Union of African Shippers Council, So, and because he believes in hard work, because he believes in efficiency, I was surprised. Well, that meeting was held. I thank God at the end of the day, it was said to be a success, because he made it to be a success. Then he also bestowed on me the power to chair the meeting. He was supposed to chair the meeting of the committee that was to take place. But he gave me that authority to chair the meeting in his absence. I was really pleased with that, because it shows the level of confidence that he has, on his staff. Maybe because of the kind of training he has given us. Of course, he has exposed staff to both national and international trainings. And because he's also a team player, he's a people-oriented, result-oriented leader. That's the way I see him. So he gives everybody the opportunity, to do your work. Because of the trust he has in us, he expects you to do it well.
The Director, Strategic Planning and Research Department, Mr. Rotimi Anifowoshi, commends Dr. Akutah's impactful leadership at Nigerian Shippers Council, noting that the steps he has taken have made a real difference in Nigerian Shippers Council.
Sir, I want to say on behalf of the staff of the Strategic Planning and Research Department, big thank you to you for having given us your time. For each time that we come to you, you listen to us. And for the fact that under your watch, we've done a series of programs that have really enhanced Council's strategic exposure as in terms of corporate objective. We want to say thank you to you. And also, I want to say that we look forward to more years of accomplishments. We look forward to having more opportunities to relate with you towards the attainment of Council's goals. And we look forward to you having all these achievements done in good health.
Mrs. Margaret Ogbonna, Director, Regulatory Services Department, points at the digitization of services, which has significantly improved Council's dealings with reasonableness of freight rates and charges.
In regulatory department, there have been so many impacts because of the focused leader we have. He has always been mindful of ensuring that the department is positioned to do what they are supposed to do. He's been a listening leader, and he is a collaborative leader to ensure that we have tangible outcomes coming out from the department. And one of the trademarks of the achievement of the department under his supervision is the e-regulatory platform with them ERPP. Under that platform, we have different modules. We have the modules for confirmation of the reasonableness of freight rates, that has made the work of confirmation of reasonableness of demurrage seamless, cost-effective, and better outcome in terms of savings for the economy of Nigeria.
The lifeblood of any organization is not in its plans alone. It lies solidly on the leader and the output of the workforce. This then makes the submission of Mustafa Zubairu, Director, Human Resources Management Department, pertinent.
Since the assumption of office, the Nigerian Shippers Council has witnessed a lot of transformation, clear and measurable transformation. One of the most significant is the fact that there has been an improvement, there has been a more efficient and more effective service delivery of our mandate to all our stakeholders in the maritime industry. This major achievement can be accentuated to the welfare that has been provided to our teaming staff. So this has really encouraged motivation.
Alhaji Amadu Ganta, Director, Inland Transport Services Department, said that the Council, through the leadership of Dr. Akutah Pius MON, has been collaborating with Nigeria Railway Corporation, NRC, to facilitate the efficient movement of cargoes and connectivity of rail to the hinterlands.
Which is leadership role. We've been engaging the Nigerian Railway Corporation to ensure connectivity of rail tracks to these inland dry ports. And we've signed MOUs with the customs, with the Nigerian Railway Corporation, all with a view to facilitating efficiency in the transportation of cargo from the seaports to the dry ports, ease businesses, cost of doing businesses, and also businesses in the hinterland, which was the aim of the ICDs. What we should be looking forward to is to have rail connectivity to these inland dry ports, encourage usage of these ports, and to also ensure and liaise with other regulatory authorities so that their presence in the ports can be enhanced, particularly the Nigerian customs. And also we hope to secure necessary documentations by the customs, because that is the only way that will guarantee even the existence of the port.
Corporate social responsibility of an organization reflects the organization's compassion towards the society at large. Mr. Moses Abere, Director, Special Duties Department, commends the Executive Secretary and Chief Executive Officer, Dr. Pius Akutah, MON, for the attention he pays to helping those in need, either identified or through requests.
To me, I will say he's a visionary leader, he's inspirational, and he's empathetic. He has a clear vision for the future and inspires others to work towards it. He also motivates and energizes Team NSC to achieve the best. Equally has been empathetic to some extent. His calm, listening presence is very compelling. The council, in terms of corporate social responsibility, they have been very, very responsive to that. And in identifying communities for that, what the practical way we do that is by, first of all, writing to the zonal coordinating offices for them to identify communities, institutions, old people's homes, hospitals, IDPs, where general communities where these things are needed for assistance. So when we write to them, we get the feedback, and we now, once the items are procured, we now distribute them accordingly. In that sense, then there's other areas where at times people will write directly to the council for CSR assistance. In cases like that, we make provision for them. Once the things are bought, we now distribute to institutions or persons that are requested for them. For the past 2 years, since the ESCO assumed the office here, we have given out a lot of things that spans from health items, like dental equipment, other items that are related to the hospitals, and even bed sheets, beds, duvets, and all that have been procured and distributed to various needy communities.
The Legal Services Department Deputy Director, Mr. Emeka Okereke, boldly stated that Nigerian Shippers Council has seen unprecedented growth under the leadership of Dr. Pius Akutah. He outlined a number of actions taken that have currently positioned the Council in a growth-oriented trajectory. He also alluded to the fact that the department has gained tremendously from Dr. Akutah's legal knowledge, which has reshaped notions and tactics of working in the Council's legal department.
Again, we have the Nigerian Ports Economic Regulatory Agency Bill. The ES has really, it was ongoing, I would say, but before he assumed duty, but he took it a notch higher by stepping in. You see, more often times history is made by those who break the rules. If this our bill is assented to, we would have broken all rules. It's going to be the first time Nigeria Shippers Council is not only reviewing its acts, but transmuting to an organization that is much stronger and legally well equipped to carry out its various functions. Since 1978, this is the first time we are making a major impact towards reviewing of our act. Even those who came 9-10 years after us have had theirs done, reviewed 3-4 times. As a matter of fact, once this bill establishes the Port Economic Regulatory Agency and repositions the Council as a strengthened and fully empowered multimodal economic regulator, it will enhance its mandate within the maritime industry and transport logistics ecosystem.
Coming from a legal background, it is not unexpected that the Executive Secretary and Chief Executive Officer, Nigerian Shippers Council, Dr. Pius Akutah, would understand the need for fair and unbiased dispute resolution. Dr. Bashir Ambi, head of Complaints Unit, said the Executive Secretary has allowed his units handle complaints without interference.
We are happy to inform you that under his leadership, Complaint Unit was able to amicably resolve a total number of 585 legitimate complaints. Under his leadership, virtually 80% of complaint handlers are certified alternative dispute resolution. I am happy to inform you that under his leadership, there has never been a time that the Chief Executive will call and ask what is the status of that complaint, or this is how I want you to go about it. God knows, he has never done it. All he requests is for he also always submit the reports for the management to know what we are doing. And in case we have any challenge, we meet him. I am also happy to inform you, apart from his non-interference in our official intervention on cases, complaints, in line with our alternative dispute resolution ADR, we have had no court case since he came on board. It's a non-interference chief executive. Secondly, we don't have a single court case against complaints unit that emanated that we are the cause that they are dissatisfied with their no, we don't have that court case. And that is a big plus.
The President, Senior Staff Association, Yakubu Mokhtar, spoke on the Executive Secretary and Chief Executive Officer's open door policy, enthusiasm for staff welfare and teamwork.
You see, if you want to define relationship of the ES CEO or any head of an agency, then look at his relationship with the union. If you have a good relationship with the union, certainly you'll have a good relationship with the staff, because the union usually act on behalf of the staff of the organization. So for us, the ES CEO is okay, it's fine, we're okay with him. As much as in union we always need more, but his relationship with us is fine. I can tell you that I can call the ES anytime, any day, no exception, and I can go into his office anytime I like, and he always listens to me. So for us, we're okay with him.
In conclusion, the Executive Secretary and Chief Executive Officer of Nigerian Shippers Council, Dr. Pius Akutah MON, spoke on his plans for the future and his expectations of the staff.
The future plans for the Council is to build the Nigerian Port Economic Regulatory Agency into a world-class organization that drives competitiveness, transparency in the port sector. And we are hoping that we will not only do that, but we will also be a major stakeholder in terms of development of the Nigerian marine and blue economy sector. We are thinking that in the next 2 years, after the agency is fully set up, when the law is passed, we would have set up regulations that will protect investment in this sector that will guarantee efficiency of this sector, competitiveness of our port sector. We would have integrated agencies that are service providers or stakeholders that are service providers in a way that you can verify those who are operating in this sector and know what they are doing at any point in time. We would have automated our systems fully to be able to integrate and shake hands with every stakeholder that is playing in this subsector. We would have put together structures that will also generate revenue for this government. To the staff of the council, I will say that you are here now, you have a role to play. Play your role in a manner that history will remember you, that your contributions were meaningful.
With the current trajectory, the best is yet to come. The potential inherent in Nigerian Shippers Council is obviously being unlocked by the able leadership of its Executive Secretary, Chief Executive Officer, Dr. Pius Akutah MON. And in his usual unassuming tone, he expressed the belief that there is much more to achieve as he pilots Nigerian Shippers Council towards his vision of becoming a world-class agency. Nigeria has secured a historic victory at the International Maritime Organization in London, returning to Category C of the International Maritime Organization Council for the 2026 to 2027 term after 14 years. Leading the campaign, the Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, His Excellency Adegboyega Oyetola, CON, says the win is the result of over a year of intensive diplomacy and a strong endorsement of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's maritime reforms. The minister described the election as renewed global confidence in Nigeria's security efforts in the Gulf of Guinea and its commitment to developing the blue economy. He thanked President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for the full backing that powered the campaign and appreciated the international maritime community for believing in Nigeria. Nigeria now joins 19 other nations in Category C countries with special interests in maritime transport, strengthening its influence in global shipping, maritime safety, and ocean governance. This marks a major boost for Nigeria's maritime profile and opens new doors for partnerships, investments, and technical support.
For more than 5 decades, we have empowered and protected the interests of shippers in the nation's maritime industry. Our focus is to facilitate trade, regulate tariffs and rates, as well as handle shippers' complaints on cargo losses, damage and non-delivery. We offer dispute resolution mechanism for shipping and trade disputes between shippers and service providers. We are Nigerian Shippers Council, Nigeria's port economic regulator, your gateway to a thriving maritime sector. Nigerian Shippers Council will meet you at the port of your need.
Having successfully steered today's journey to this point, we thank you for being a part of this journey. Till then, feel free to reach out with your comments, ideas, and suggestions through our social media handles at NJ Shippers. Do have a swimmingly great week ahead.